Hello, language enthusiast. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. In competitive exams like UPSC, BPSC, SSC, SBI, IBPS, RRB, NDA, ACIO, English vocabulary can often be tricky. English words can often be tricky, especially when it comes to confusing word pairs. Today, we are starting part one of a special series on 100 often confused words. And in this video, I will explain the first 35 to 40 important words that candidates that aspirants commonly mix up. With real examples and simple tricks, I will help you remember the correct meanings and usage. So grab your notebook and let's clear up the confusion once and for all. These confusing words frequently appear in Tier 1 and Tier 2 of mini exams, and mastering them will give you an edge in English section. If you found this video helpful, do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Part 2 will be out soon, so don't forget to hit the bell icon for updates. Comment below how many of these you already knew and how many were new for you. Let's get started. First word, confusing words pair are accept versus accept. It happens all the time. You are writing a paper or texting your friend and have to ask yourself, is it affect or effect? A while or a while. Sometimes even the most seasoned writers, most learned writers have to stop and do a quick Google search. Do a frequent Google search, taking help from ChatGPT to double check themselves. If you take a moment to study commonly confused words, you might be able to compose your next paper or text without having to stop and chat with Google or ChatGPT. No need of Google or ChatGPT. You can able to frame you can frame your own words and sentences. First, confusing words are accept or accept. The words accept or accept have different spellings and meanings, so no need to misuse these words by focusing on the prefix ex, which means out of or not. Ex means out of or not. If you are describing something that is not included, choose ex. CEEPT, accept means something which is not included. Accept. Accept, 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 which is a verb, meaning is to receive. To receive. Sentence example sentences. I accepted all my birthday gifts with gratitude. Now, next word is accept, EXCEPT, which is a conjunction apart from. Means, accept means you are not including something. Susan packed everything except the kitchen sink. So accept or accept, ACCEPT, accept means to believe, to receive, to say yes. Accept. EXCEPT, accept means not included, not this one. Accept. Accept versus accept, 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 accept means to receive and approve of something. Example, I accept your apology. EXCEPT, accept means to leaving something out. I always accept flowers except for Mondays. Means he always accept flowers except for Mondays. Except for Mondays. He's not accepting flowers on Monday. Otherwise, he's accepting flower on all days. I always accept flowers except for Mondays. So accept and accept may have similar phonetic attributes. They are homophones. Pronunciation are almost same, but spellings are different. So accept refers to the act of receiving and approving something. EXCEPT, accept means to separating something, not accepting something, or segregating something from the rest. Affect means to influence and bring about a change in something. To make an influence or bring about a change in something, the other word is effect also. Effect means a noun referring to the result or outcome of that change. So affect and effect I will explain in the next series. Now about accept and accept. Accept means to receive, to approve something. Accept. It is a verb. I accept your apology. Example sentences. EXCEPT, accept means to leaving out, separating something. Which EXCEPT, accept, works used in sentences as preposition, conjunction, or verb. I always accept flowers except for Mondays. Now, AFFECT, affect or effect. These we will learn in the part 2 of a confusing word series. When to use accept, accept means people accepting, people are accepting letters and gifts sent to them, and they accept proposal and offers when preached, when they received. In these scenarios, when there is a scope to receive and approve something, we have to use accept in our sentences. When you are receiving something and approving something, whether it is letter or gift or any proposal or any offer, then in these scenarios we are using accept. Now about EXCEPT, accept, when taking or talking about exception, means people tend to feel the need to single it out with the help of the phrase except for, means segregating it or separating it from whole. In situation where such exception are necessary to be singled out or the only reason behind something. Except is used in different ways in sentences. It is used as preposition, conjunction, or verb. It is used as a preposition, conjunction, or verb. ACCEPT, except, used as a verb only. But EXCEPT, except, used as a preposition, conjunction, or verb. So EXCEPT, accept means commonly seen, commonly we use, usually we used as a preposition. However, it can also be used as a conjunction and occasionally as a verb. Usually, accept we used as a preposition in our sentences. However, it can also be used as a conjunction and occasionally as a verb. Points should be noted. So except as a preposition, we commonly use except as a preposition means apart from, not including or excluding or separating or segregating. Example sentences are given. Playwright Oscar Wilde's statements are, I can resist everything except temptation. I have nothing to declare except my genius. It has been said that democracy is the worst form of government except all the others that have been tried. So it is a correct sentence said by Prime Minister Winston Churchill. It has been said that democracy is the worst form of government except all the others that have been tried. Except as a conjunction in our sentences, it can also be used as a conjunction in a sentence. As a conjunction, except means but or if not the fact that, if not the fact that, if the fact is not that. For example, I would go swimming. I would go swimming, except, then comma. You have to use comma. Except I am scared of big fish. It is a correct sentence. Correct means correct sentence. I would go swimming, except I am scared of big fish. Except is also occasionally used as a verb. It means to exclude. Exclude means not including, excluding, separating, keeping it apart. So you are accepted from the ruling. So here accepted means used as a verb. You are accepted from the ruling. You are not allowed to rule. You are accepted from the ruling. Now about ACCEPT, accept. Accept is always used as a verb and it has three meanings: to hold something as true, to receive something willingly, to answer yes, especially whenever you are getting an invitation. So first meaning is to hold something as true. The example sentences is given. The officer accepts your point and has decided to let you off with a caution. It is a correct tick, means correct sentence. The officer accepts your point. The officer accepts your viewpoint and has decided to let you off with a caution. Next example sentence is I accept. She may have been tired. I accept. I accept she may have been tired, but that's still no excuse. If someone she is not feeling well or not, she doesn't want to work. So statement by senior authority, I accept she may have been tired, but that is not, that is still no excuse. So here the accept is approving about the statement is true. To hold something as true. She may have been right, but that is still no excuse. She has to work. Now next accept meaning is to receive something willingly. There is a willingness in receiving something. I accept this award on behalf of the whole cast. Do you accept dogs in your hotel? So please accept my resignation. I don't want to belong to any club that will accept me as a member. So these are the correct sentences. Comedian Groucho Marx said this statement. Please accept my resignation. I don't want to belong to any club that will accept me as a member. So these sentences are giving willingness. Now, next accept meaning is to to reply yes whenever a person is getting an invitation, any type of invitation. The minister would love to accept the invitation to your ball, but she has a prior engagement. So accept and accept are easy to very easily that all people will get confused. They may sound the same because the reason they are homophones. So pronunciation are almost same, but they have different meanings and they have different spellings also. Accept means to acknowledge or to agree or to receive, to say yes. To remember this, think of the AC of accept means AC means acknowledge. EXCEPT accept. Just to remember this, EX means excluding. EX of accept means excluding, not included, excluded, keeping it apart. So these are the tips to remember these two confusing words. Words are accept and accept. So I accept that there are exceptions to these rules. It is one example sentence is given. Now, next confusing words are affect or effect. These words are also confusing. These words are also tricky because both affect and effect can act as either noun or verbs. Both affect and effect can can used in a sentences, either nouns or verbs. Usually effect is usually a noun and is defined as a result of the change, as in exercise has had a positive effect on my health. If you're doing exercise, if you are doing exercise regularly, that exercise has had a positive effect on your health. So it is a result of the change when you're using effect, and in this case effect is a noun. Affect, AFFECT, is usually used as a verb, means to cause a change or to impact something. It means at night you are continuously using your mobile phone. So, because of this lack of sleep, it will affect your mood. His lack of sleep affected his mood. So, in this case, we have to use affect, which act as a verb. So affect and effect both used as a nouns or verbs, but effect usually used as a noun and affect usually used as a verb. This point should be noted. Now look at the example which is given in the slide. Affect used as a verb meaning to impact. The dog's death affected his honors. The dog's death affected his honors. Second, affect as a noun, a psychological condition. Mike's negative affect made us all feel unhappy. Mike's negative affect made us all feel unhappy. Now about effect. Effect also used both as verb and noun. Effect as a verb in sentence meaning is to create. Effect as a verb meaning is to create. You can effect change in your community by organizing volunteers. You can effect here's meaning is as a used as a verb means to create. You can effect change in your community by organizing volunteers. So here effect means to create. You can effect change in your community by organizing volunteers. Now effect used as a noun, it means the result of an event. Effect as a noun, it means the result, any result of any event. The effects of an earthquake were devastating. The effects of the earthquake were very dangerous. The effects of the earthquake were devastating. Affect, effect. This we will learn in the part 2 of this series. No, in this we are going to learn affect, effect. Affect, effect means to influence or bring about a change in something. Effect, AFFECT, effect means to influence or bring about a change in something. EFFECT, effect means a noun referring to the result or a outcome of that change. Effect is a noun resulting to the result or outcome of the change. So affect versus effect. Affect means denote the action of influence, a change in something. Because of the action, there is a change in something. So affect, take first letter of this affect word, A for action. Affect is used as a verb to influence or change in emotion, change in behavior, change in mood. Example sentences are the rain affected the picnic plans, his smile affected her mood positively. When a husband or when will enter inside the room, his smile affected her mood positively. Effect denotes the result or consequence of an action or any event. Consequence of an action means result of an action or event. Effect is related with result. So effect used as a noun. Affect used as a verb. Effect used, EFFECT, effect used as a noun to denote the result or outcome of an action. Example sentences is the medication had side effects. The new policy had a positive effect. So these are the differences between affect and effect. Affect used as a verb, effect used as a noun. So effect when used as a noun refers to the result or outcome of any specific action or any event which describe the change that occurs as a result of something or consequence of something which is happening. For example, sentences are given, the implementation of new technology had a positive effect on productivity. These example gives in this sentence it explains about the beneficial outcome of beneficial result of introducing new technology. Same like that you can use in this The implementation of NEP 2020 in an education system has a positive effect on productivity. Now about affect, AFFECT. Affect, which is used as a verb, it means to influence or produce a change in something. Effect means consequence, result. Affect means change, action. Because of action, something is happening or something is changing. It denotes the action of impacting or altering something else. Altering means changing something else. Example sentence is given. The music affected her mood, indicates the music influenced her, changed her emotional state. So, just to remember the difference between affect and effect, affect, affect start with A, which means action, which is typically affect is a verb which is indicating action or influence on something. And because of affect, it produces a change in something. Effect, E means end result. Effect, E stands for end result. So effect is usually a noun which is representing the end of result or consequence of any action. Effect. So affect and affect usually used as verb. Example sentence is given. The news affected her mood. It describe action of influencing or changing. It always A means stand for action. It means describing something which is changing or influencing. So it often relates to emotions, behaviors, and mood. Points should be noted. Affect, which uses a verb, A for action, and this action relates to emotion, behaviors, and mood of specific person or a specific events. It may not have a tangible, observable outcome. It is specifically used in psychology to describe mood changes. So affect is used to describe mood changes, which is describing about the psychology. Affect more frequently used in everyday language. When spoken English, we oftenly used in affect to describe mood changes. Effect you usually used as a noun. Effect usually used as nouns. Example sentences. The new NEP 2020 policy had a positive effect or has a positive effect for present time tense. So the new policy had a positive effect. It means effect. E stand for end result. It means it represents outcome or consequence or end result, which is typically devoid of emotional context. It is not associated with emotion. It is often has a tangible, observable outcome. It based on the observation word effect is using because it is based on the outcome or consequence. So it is less common in psychological terminology. So it effect is less frequently used in everyday language. Now next confusing words are a lot versus a lot. A lot versus a lot. When writers, speakers want to describe a lot of something, they sometimes use a verb a lot. A lot is a verb. So they sometimes use a verb a lot instead. Even worse, they confuse. Even worse, many speakers, many writers get confused between two words, a lot and a lot. ALO2, which is not a word at all. It is a pronunciation just pronouncing in pronunciation we are using this, but the words actually are a lot, a lot. ALOT is not any word at all. So the easiest way to choose the correct word is to replace the word lot with the word little. If it works, you are using a lot correctly. If you end up with a little, you are made an error. So when you are using the word a lot, it is you have to replace the word lot with the word little. If it works, you are using a word correctly. If it ends with a little, you made an you have made an error. Examples are given a lot. I'm going to explain more. A-L-O-T, a lot, which used as a noun. Meaning of this a lot means many. A lot, a lot. Many means example sentences. A lot of people were here. Many people were here. A lot. A-double-L-O-T, A-double-L-O-T, which are used as a verb. It meaning of this word is to give or to assign. To give or to assign duty to someone. You can use it means also. So example sentences: I have allotted 5 minutes to finish this project. I have allotted 5 minutes to finish this project. So allot versus allot. A then space lot. A lot and a lot when there is no space. ALO2 may only differ by a space. However, all of the terms function differently. A then space lot, a lot, which is a noun with an article that means lot. If you are using article A, it means a large number, many, or a great quantity. ALOT word, it is a misspelling of a then space then lot. It is a lot is there is a no word in the English dictionary and in English grammar. You should carefully, very judiciously use these two words in your sentences while writing and speaking. A lot versus a lot. I said you A-L-O-T. A lot is not a word. It is misspelled word. Misspelled word of a lot. So a article space then lot, which is a noun with an article that means a big amount, a number, or many. So example sentences are: there is a lot of work piled up on my desk. There were a lot of people on the bus this morning. I been away for a few days, so I had a lot of posts waiting for me. A lot of firms are relocating to the north of England. So these are examples of a lot. In all the sentences, the meaning is coming a big amount, a number, or many. So using a lot in writing or using a lot while speaking, we use a lot in sentences. It can function as an adverb or a noun as well. It can function as an adverb or a noun. So as an adverb, when we are using it, indicates frequency or degree. When we use a lot and in our sentences as an adverb, it indicates degree or frequency. She visits us a lot. She visits us a lot. So it's indicating about the frequency, how many times she is visiting. When a lot is used as a noun, it refers to, it gives meaning to quantity, expressing a large amount, not about the frequency or degree. It expresses a large amount. Meaning. So I example sentences: I have read a lot of books this year. So it is expressing about a large amount. So to maintain formality in our writings, we may opt for synonyms such as often for frequency or many and much for quantity. And for this, I have made the adverb video already. So kindly watch that video. So many examples are given. My country has a lot of mountains. We have a lot of superstition about animals. There were a lot of people on the bus this morning. So kindly pause the video and practice all the examples. A lot versus a lot versus a lot. A lot, a article, then lot. which used as a, but we have learned as an adverb and as a noun. A lot. A lot is a misspelled word. It is not used. It is wrong word. There is no word. A lot. A lot is a verb which means to portion out and to give duty to something or to set aside or share a portion of something. So such as money or time for a specific person. So ALLOT, allot means it is a verb. It means to portion out, to aside a share, to give portion of something such as money or time or to give duty to something for a specific purpose. A space lot, which is often misspelled as a lot, means a large number, large quantity, or very much. And it can be used as a noun or an adverb, which we have already seen in the previous slide. So, how to use a lot versus a lot versus a lot. So, a lot, many meaning is many, too much, a large number. When we are talking about a large quantity of something or want to indicate that something happens or is done often or all the time, a lot is only ever used as a noun or in adverbs. When to use a lot, ALO2, it is there is a no such type of word in English grammar or in English in an English dictionary. It is a misspelling of a lot. Informal use of a lot, so does not technically exist. ALOT does not technically exist, should not be officially used. When to use allot, ALLOT, allot means to assign, to allocate, to give, to provide. So when we are talking about dividing something or to producing something into portion or devoting portion of time, money or something else to a specific person, we use a lot, which is only ever used as a verb. So ALOT, a lot, means you need to brush up on your grammar and vocabulary because there is no such word in English grammar. In an English grammar. So, example of a lot and a lot used in sentences. Few examples are given. I like a lot of toppings on my pizza. I have a lot and I believe then comma and I believe it is my responsibility to help people who have very little. I have been thinking a lot about this problem, comma, and I think I have a solution. Next example is given. The remaining shares have been allotted between you and your sister. Means given between you and your sister. Here allotted means. And everywhere allot means many. Large quantity. Next sentence is the residents at the meeting requested that we allot more money to the park project. Allot means we allotted, we produce more money to the park project. Next example sentence is you will need to allot a lot of time to count the ballots. There are almost 500. So you will need to allot, to give a lot, to many, much of time to count the ballots. There are almost 500. Now, next confusing words are allusion versus illusion. Both English teachers and professional magicians care about allusion versus illusion. There is a trick to remember these confusing words. The word allusion includes the word all. You reference all the other sources in your writing and use this whenever to use allusion or illusion. So illusion, I is coming, which contains the word ill, ill. It means something which is magical, means false. Ill means false, fake. False means a false representation. So allusion, illusion, both used as a noun. So allusion, ALLUSION, and allusion means an indirect reference. Example sentences: the Austin Powers movies make allusion to the James Bond movies. The Austin Powers movies make allusion to the James Bond movies. So here is there is a indirect reference. Illusion, which used as a noun in sentences, meaning is a false image, false representation, fake things. The magician created the illusion that he was levitating. So allusion versus illusion. Allusion is used sometime either noun or verb which expresses an object without mentioning it clearly. It's not mentioning clearly. The lyrics contain biblical allusion. She made an allusion to her son's illness. So it is not expressing an object without meaning it clearly. Illusion is used as a noun which means a fake idea, fake belief. I was under the illusion you were rich. The magician illusion was the talk of town. So allusion is a literary tools which is referencing used for significant people or events indirectly. We are using it for significant people or events indirectly for giving reference, which is commonly used in literature to reference historical, cultural, or literary elements indirectly. So we are using this in allusion word is in literature, culture, literary element indirectly. Example sentences are given. The novel's title set the tone with an allusion to a famous quote. Next example sentence is the poem evokes nostalgia with allusion to nature in its imagery. Illusion, which denotes deceptive, false, fake appearance, false belief, distorting perception, disturbing perception. So, illusion is used to describe deceptive, fake appearance, false belief, or distorted perception. Example sentences are the magician tricks made a rabbit vanish, an illusion of magic. Next example sentence is fame often creates an illusion of happiness fading over time. So now next confusing words are a while versus a while. The key to telling a while apart is to determine how they function. The adverb a while modifies a verb telling the reader how long I can stay. So it modifies a verb and telling the reader how long I can stay. But the noun a while, a space then while, it does not modify anything. It acts as the object or preposition. Now, example sentences are a while, a space while, a while for a short time. I can stay a while. A space while, which used as a noun, meaning is for a short time. We have been waiting for a while, for a short time. Definition of allusion, which we have learned previously also. This a while versus a while, I will explain again in the next series. A while means it modifies a verb. I can stay a while. So verb is here is a stay and modifying it, telling the reader telling how long I can stay. And but the noun a while, it does not modify anything. It acts as the object or preposition. We have been waiting for a while. So it is also we have been waiting for a short time. Allusion is a casual reference to something, someone, or someplace. An example of allusion, he was the Einstein in our physics class. An illusion is anything that appears to be something other than what it really is, means fake something. Allusion versus illusion. An allusion is a subtle reference to something. An illusion is a deceptive appearance, fake appearance. Allusion versus illusion. Allusion, replace allusion with reference in your sentences. Does it still make sense? Now, illusion use the phrase stick of the eye. To help recall that the word start with the letter I, and I means illusion, means wrong information, false information, fake information. So illusion is something deceptive, something false to the senses. It creates a false impression, false perception of reality. In most cases, it entails a visual impression or optical illusion, like a magic trick by magician. An allusion is an implied or indirect reference to a thing, place, idea, or person. Indirect reference it is giving to a place, idea, or person. In this example is given in the allusion, he was the Einstein in our physics class. So indirect reference to a thing, place, idea, or person. The most common places to find allusion are in music, books, movies, and TV shows, literatures. Like so, illusion versus delusion. One word is also delusion. Delusion is a belief in something that is not true. An illusion is something that appears to be something other than what it really is. False perception. And delusion is a belief in something that is not true. Bad versus badly. Many people choose the adverb badly because they are trying to be grammatically correct. However, when used with transitive verbs such as feel, they should actually use the adjective bad. If you mix the words I feel badly, you are saying you perform the action of feeling in a poor way. I feel badly. I'm not feeling good. So bad is used as an adjective, meaning is not good. I feel bad about lying. About lying. I feel bad about lying when I speak lie. So I feel bad. So in this case, bad used as an adjective. Now badly used as an adverb. Same meaning is not done well, not done well. So we performed badly yesterday. So modifying verb, past verb performed, the badly is an adverb. So we performed badly yesterday. Bad versus badly, the dog smells badly. This means it doesn't do a good job of smelling. The dog smells bad. In this case, bad suggests that dog is in need of bath because it is stinky. It is smelling. Dog is dirty. So the dog smells bad. And if dog smells badly means it doesn't do a good job of smelling. It is not smelling properly. So bad versus badly, bad is used as an adjective, so which adjectives modify noun pronoun. Badly used as an adverb which modify verb, adverb, adjective. Adjectives are used to modify the subjects of linking verbs. We know this one. So if the meat smells bad, don't eat it. If the meat has been cooked badly, don't eat it. So badly here in this sentence, badly is used as an adverb and bad is used as an adjective. So don't write with Mary. She drives badly. So badly is drives verb and badly is an adjective. Mary seems to be bad at driving. So bad is used as an adjective and badly is used as an adverb. Breath versus breathe. Breath and inhalation into the lungs. If you're taking an oxygen inside the lungs, that is breath. Take a deep breath. Breathe. To inhale. Just calm down and breathe. Complement versus complement. Complement. Complement versus complement. 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 So word complement, LE means E in the middle, just like the word means something complete. So complement and complement both used as a verb and noun. When complement, MENT, used as a verb, it meaning is to go well with. The blue dress complements your eyes. Complement, ENT, used as a noun, meaning is something that goes well with something else. My scarf is a good compliment to my outfit. Now about compliment, PLI, here PLE, compliment. It is also used both as verb and nouns. Compliment, to flatter or to praise. False praise, you can say also. The teacher complimented my hard work. So here is a true praise. The teacher complimented my hard work. So we have to use PLI, complimented. Now compliment use as a noun, PLI. My friend gave me a nice compliment today. Nice praise. Praiseworthy comment. So compliment and compliment. So compliment versus compliment. Compliment, COMPLIMENT. Compliment means expression of praise. You have had lots of compliment today. Compliment, COMPLEMENT. Compliment means enhancement, improvements. The belt is a lovely, or pair with something. The belt is a lovely compliment for the hat. Compliment for the hat. So compliment and compliment. Compliment is a polite expression of praise or admiration. Praising something or admiring something, we have to use the word compliment. COMPLIMENT. Compliments. Used when talking about praise, and it is used both as a noun or as a verb. So I would like to get a compliment from time to time. The manager paid her a compliment on her work. She loves it when I compliment her. So these are the uses. Then about compliment, COMPLEMENT. Compliment, it means extra feature to something else in such a way as to improve or emphasize its good quality. Used when talking about enhancing features, about improving features. It is also used as a noun or as a verb. I have given the example in the previous slide also. This wine would be a nice compliment to grilled dishes. We have taken our full complement of trainees this year. So these are the example. Now next confusing words are comprise versus compose. Comprise, compose. So these both verbs is also confusing. Comprised of, comprise means to contain. So comprise and compose both used as verbs. Comprise means to contain. Comprise, contain. So example sentences: North Carolina comprises 100 countries. Comprise means to contain. Compose means to make up, composing something. Making something, compose. North Carolina is composed of 100 countries. So it is composing 100 countries. And North Carolina comprises 100 country means it contains 100 countries. So comprise or compose, comprise with stress on the second syllable. Comprise. Compose, pronunciation compose. We have to give stress on the second syllable. Pose, prize. So comprise, consist of. Compose, make up something. So H2O comprises of 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. Then here H2O compose of 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen, compose hydrogen. Water means. Comprise versus compose. Comprise means to include or to consist something. Compose means to create by or combining parts. So comprise is used to include the inclusive nature of something which is included, emphasizing. Example sentences are: the puzzle comprises many pieces. The box comprises toys and books. Compose means to create or by combining parts. Examples are: to forming something by assembling various parts, by joining various parts. Example sentences are example sentence is: the artist composed a melody. She composed a letter. Forming something by assembling various parts. She composed a melody, she composed a letter. Comprise and compose given, the example sentence is given. The team comprises experts from different fields. It means team includes members from various areas of expertise. Compose means to act of creating or forming something by joining together, by composing together, by putting together various element of parts. Example sentences: the team is composed of experts from different fields. It means the team is made up of different experts from different fields. We are highlighting how the team is formed. The team is formed by bringing together different individual with different expertise. So differences between compromise and compose. Comprise indicates what the whole is made up of, like a container holding its content. Comprise what the whole is made up of. Compose meaning assembling parts, joining parts, while compose highlights what the whole consists of. So this is the key to understand. Desert versus desert. Desert used as a noun and verb. Dessert, which it is only used as a noun. It means a sweet course served after a meal. Dessert, always used as a noun. May I have a cake for dessert? If you're going to a restaurant, you're asking to a friend, may I have cup for dessert? Now, dessert, noun, a verb, single S, desert, desert. Desert as a noun meaning a dry, arid region. Dry region, arid region. Sahara, the Sahara desert is enormous. Desert as a verb, to abandon, to leave. Soldiers may not desert their post. Illicit versus illicit. ILLICIT. Same ill is coming. Ill prefix is coming. So it means illegal. Illicit. ILLICIT. Illicit, which used as an adjective, and ill means illegal. James was under arrest for illicit activities, illegal activities, unfair activities. Illicit, ELICIT, illicit means verb. Used as a verb and meaning is to draw forth. The bad news elicited boos from the crowd. The bad news elicited boos from the crowd. So illicit versus illicit. ELICIT, illicit means to draw out or to evoke a response, to evoke an information. So commonly it is commonly used in context of eliciting responses, information or reaction. The question elicited tears. Next example is her smile elicited admiration. So it is eliciting means to evoking a response, to evoking a information, or giving any reaction. The question elicited tears. About ILLICIT, illicit means action, activities that are considered illegal, which is commonly used in any context which are describing unlawful, prohibited by law, illegal. He sold illicit drugs. So illegal drugs. So illicit, illicit. Pronunciation illicit, illicit. So in illicit, we have to give a stress on the second syllable. ELICIT, illicit. For illicit, IIICIT, illicit, we have to on the second syllable. So illicit, the question elicited tears, her smile elicits admiration, the expiration will elicit data. Illicit is used when you want to talk about drawing out a reaction from someone or something. bringing forth something, whether it is a verbal response or an emotional reaction. For a verbal response, when you are talking or giving an emotional reaction, we are using word elicit. 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 Then illicit is used to describe something that is illegal, which means it is not according to law. So illicit, commonly used in the question elicited tears and the he sold illicit drugs. Now, next confusing words are hone versus home. Hone versus home. Hone used as a verb and also as a noun. Hone, H-O-N-E, hone verb means to sharpen. I am honing my cooking skills. I am sharpening my cooking skills. Home, hone used always as a verb. Home, H-O-M-E, home. Home used as a noun, also used as a verb. Home used as a noun means a place to live. Let's go home. Home used as a verb, it means to get closer. We are homing in on a result. We are coming closer to a result. So hone means to sharpen and home's two meaning and used as a noun and verb. Home means a place to live and home means to get closer. Hone means always to sharpen. So home to approach one destination and home is always hone, H-O-N-E, hone always used as a verb. Home used as a both as a noun or verb. So which used as a verb to approach one's destination. Hone to sharpen a skill, which used as a verb. And home used as a both verb and noun. So hone in are two variants of phrasal verb. It means to narrow one's focus or to grow nearer to a conclusion. So these both phrases are proof of how English language are flowing and fluid language can be, and that meanings and usage can change according to the use of sentence where we are using. So home are originally used as a noun. So home are used in a more technological contents to refer to act of moving or being aimed toward a destination with great accuracy. So for example, an arrow moving towards its target home in to its destination. So example of sentences using home in and hone in. Home in, the missile use radio signals to home in on the military targets to move towards something. Home in and hone in. How to use home in and hone in our sentences. So home in means to move towards something. Hone in means to focus on something. Next example sentence of home in. My dog quickly homed in on the squirrel in that tree. To move towards. Well, hone is a verb that means to sharpen a knife or to sharpen something or sharpening your skill or improving your skill. So it is the usage and move from home as a noun to a verb that gave rise to the phrase honing. So hone in means to advance toward a goal or to focus on something, to focus on your goal, and is often used alongside on, resulting in home in on also. So this phrase also means to focus attention. So hone means to sharpen, to focus something. So the word there is a home in is a phrasal verb that means approaching a destination. So example sentences of home in is given. The missile used radio signals to home in on the military targets. Reaching towards. After talking for an hour, we begin to home in on a destination, approaching to a destination. Home in means approaching a destination. So notice that home in is usually followed by a prepositional phrase that begins with the word on also. Sometimes we use home in, then on. Always, mostly sentence home in, then after on is coming that preposition. The phrase specifies what the subject of the sentence is approaching. Home in means zero in also. The next use and meaning is home in means zero in also. Another phrasal verb is zero in, which has a similar meaning to home in. And it always come for military terminology. It is used by military person to refer to aiming a weapon or concentrating firepower on a target. For example, the pilot zeroed in on the enemy aircraft. So aiming a weapon. Outside the military contents, zero in and home in have close enough meaning to be nearly synonymous, nearly same meaning in everyday conversation, day-to-day life conversation. So we can use home in on a great idea or the perfect parking space, and you can zero in on them as well. But zero in are mostly used in military terminology. Now, next confusing words are leery versus wary versus weary. So, leery and wary are synonyms. You can use one in place of the other. Leery and wary. However, weary, weary, weary only sounds like the others. It does not have the same meaning. It has different meaning. So if you are using weary in your sentence, be sure that you are describing a person who is who is tired, fatigued, exhausted. What level of exhaustion or level of tiredness a person is having. So leery used as an adjective, wary also used as an adjective, and meanings are same, cautious or suspicious. I am leery of strangers. You can also say I am wary of strangers. Meanings of sentence, both sentences are same. Weary is used as an adjective. It means tired, fatigued, exhausted. I am weary after a long day. Now next sentence is next confusing words are loss versus lose. The word pair lose and lose are not quite homophones. So lose, one word is loss also. LOSS loss. And these confusing words are lose versus lose. lose. Then LOOSE lose. These are homophones, means pronunciation are same, but spellings are different, meanings are different. Both words use the same double O sound, lose, but spelling are LOSE. So lose verb to misplace an object or not win. For failure also you are using word lose, lose, which used as a verb. If you don't score another goal, you will lose the game. If you don't study carefully, you will lose your ambition. So lose means not winning or to misplacing an object. Next word is confusing words are loose, LOOSE, which always used as an adjective, not tight, not fit, loose. My plants are too, my pants are too loose. My skirts are too loose. My shoes are too loose. So means not tight, not fit, loose. So loose and loose. Loose used as an adjective, not tightly fixed or held in place. The bolt is loose. Loose used as a verb to fail to or to retain or keep something. Example, don't lose your keys. Don't lose your faiths. Lose as a verb when you are unable to find something, when you are unable to keep something. Did you lose your homework sheet? I have lose my keys. Loose as an adjective, which means something is not fitting properly, does not fit tightly. My trousers are loose, my pants are loose. I tightened the loose screw with a drivers. Now about lost. Past tense, loose past tense is lost. Past form, loose past tense is lost. And past participle is lose. She lost her phone, past sentence. He lost his wife in the car accident. So it is a V2 form, past tense. So meaning is given about the Lose, L-O-S-E, L-double-O-S-E, lose, and L-O-S-E, lose. L-double-O-S-E, lose, primarily used as an adjective. Sometimes it is used as a verb also. So lose, L-double-O-S-E, lose, describes something which is not fit, which is not tight or securely fastened. Can also mean to release or set free. It can also mean to release or set free. So it describes a set of being not tight or secure, L-O-O-S-E. Example, the shirt is loose, to release or set free. Example, he will lose the hounds. Used as a verb. In this case, lose used as a verb. So common context, loose means L-O-O-S-E, loose means physical description, clothing, objects, or freeing something. In freeing something, used as a verb. Now about LOSE, loose, it refers to the action. It refers to the action or action of failing to keep, win, or retain something. So it does not use as an adjective. Lose always used as a verb. She will lose her keys, to fail to keen or retain something. So lose, 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 which is used as a verb, used in common contents. The contents are misplacing, failing, failure, or experiencing a setback of failure, or losing something. So these are the synonyms of lose and loose. LOOSE synonyms are slack, baggy, free. Loose synonyms are LOSE. Loose synonyms are misplaced, forfeit, fail, set. Slack, LOOSE, loose. Slack means to refer to something that is not tight or hanging loosely. Baggy means cloth that does not fit closely to the body. Baggy. Free means that is not restrained or constant. Is something is free. So these are the synonym of LOOSE, loose. Slack, baggy, free. Synonyms for loose is misplace, forfeit, fail, sage. Forfeit means something is lost as a result of a rule or penalty. Fail, you know very well. Shed means shedding something, similar to losing something. She shed her old habits. Next, confusing words are past versus past. Past used as a verb, past used as a noun, past used as an adverb also. So past, V2 form, to go by something, we just pass the store. Past, PASSEAD, past used as a verb, to hand an object to someone. Bob passed me a pencil. Past used as a noun, a time before today. That's all in the past, means about past tense. Past used as an adverb which indicates a direction or passing something. We drove past the store. Past as an adjective which is relating to a time that is gone by. Please write in the past tense. Past as a preposition, it means beyond something else. She looked right past me. Next, confusing words are precede versus proceed. Precede, pre means before. When the prefix pre is coming, it means before in mostly words. So precede used as a verb. Precede, precede means to come before. The wind preceded the storm. Means the wind came before the storm. Proceed used as a verb, to continue or to go forward. Please proceed toward the exit. Please move toward the exit means to continue or to go forward. Proceeds, when we are using as proceeds, used as a noun, the result of an action or money earned. We donated the proceeds of the yard sale. Next confusing words are principal versus principal. So principal, PAL, principal used as a noun. The head administrator of a school. Mr. Thomas is our school's new principal. Principal, PAL, principal used as an adjective also means main or primary. Our principal concern is a crack in the wall. Principle, PLE principle, which used as a noun, which is a fundamental truth or belief or trust. My guiding principle is to treat others kindly. So principle can be as used as a noun or adjective. As a noun, it refers to the person in charge of a school or an organization. Posy was called into the principal office. Example sentence is this one. Now it is used as an adjective. It means most important. Most important, we are using the word principle. E principle, PLE principle, which is always used as a noun, which is a firmly held, firm idea, strong belief, strong ideal. Posy does not like surprise parties as a matter of principle. You do not like surprise party as a matter of principle. Now, next confusing words are site versus site versus site. So these are also homophone. Campsite, campsite look wrong. So piece of land must be campsite. So the same goes for eyesight. You do never write eyesight or eyesight. So these are the words we are going to learn. SITE site, which used as a noun, means a piece of land. The crew worked on the construction site. SIGST site noun, which is related with your eye, the ability to see. These eye drops might affect your sight. Whatever the eye drops you're using, these eye drops might affect your sight. Means ability to see. Cite, to give credit. Used as a verb, CITE, cite. Did you cite the author of this article? Did you give credit to the author of this article? So cite means to give credit. Next confusing words are stationary versus stationary. These are also homophones. Pronunciation are same, but the spelling and meanings are different. Stationary, ARY, stationary, just like stay. Stationary means anything as at rest. If you're learning physics and this given the object at rest, means object at stationary, means at rest. It stays in place. It is not moving. So AR, stationary, ARY used as an adjective means not moving, at rest, still. I exercise on a stationary bike. Now, stationary, NERY used as a noun, it means a stationary shop. You are going to buy papers, pen to the stationary shop. So paper envelopes for writing letters. So Betty used fancy stationery to write to her mother. So stationary means object at rest or something at rest, not moving still. Stationary, NERY stationary means something which is related with the letter, writing or stationary shop you be used. Next confusing words are then versus then. THAN then used as a conjunction preposition. As a conjunction means to compare two clauses or phrases. He is stronger than he used to be. THN then used as a preposition, which means to connect a noun to a comparison. He is stronger than you. So in this case, then is used as a preposition to connect two noun, you and he. Then 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 used as an adverb, which means a point in time. I was younger back then, indicating a point of time. THENE then, which is used as an adjective, means existing at a point in time. Existing, present at a point in time. Existing at a point in time. THEN then used as an adjective. My then girlfriend moved in with me. My then girlfriend, existing girlfriend, moved in with me. Moved in with me. Next confusing words are the difference between invoke and evoke. Invoke means To call upon, evoke means to call forth. So invoke synonyms are to appeal to, and evoke means to produce something. Invoke means to appeal to call upon. Evoke means to call for, to produce something. So the word evoke has an E, just like the words memory and emotion. When something reminds you of a memory or stir an emotion, choose evoke with an E. When something reminding you, recalling your memory or stirs an emotion, choose evoke with an E. Assure, ensure, insure. Assure means assure something, something which will definitely happen or is definitely true. Posse assured Chester that no one would cheat at bingo. Assured means something which is true. Insure means to guarantee or make sure of something. Posse took a step to ensure that no one cheated at bingo, giving guarantee. Insure means an insurance policy. Example sentences: Posy was glad the bingo hall was insured against damage caused by rowdy bingo players. So, assure means something will definitely happen or is definitely true. Assure, something which is true. Insure means giving guarantee, but something is sure. Insure means insurance of something, surety of something in an insurance way. Now, EG and IE. E dot G dot EG means for example, and I dot E dot means that is. Next, confusing words are empathy, sympathy. Empathy is the ability to understand another person's perspective or feelings. Sympathy means feeling of sorrow for someone else is suffering. Sympathy, the feeling of sorrow if someone is suffering. So, a sympathizer is someone who agrees with a particular idea or cause. So, empathy means to understand another person and understanding under another person perspective or feelings. Next confusing words are capital or capital. Capital has several meanings. It can refers to uppercase later, means uppercase later, money or a city where a seat of government is located. Chester visited Brasilia, the capital of Brazil. Capital of India is Delhi, New Delhi. Capitol means the building where is a legislature meets. Capitol. Capitol means the building where a legislature meets. Posey visited the cafe in the basement of the Capitol means one building. After watching a bill become a law. So a place and the building where a legislature meets. Immigrate versus immigrate. Immigrate means to move away from a city or country to live somewhere else. Chester grandfather immigrated from Canada 60 years ago. Now, IMMIGRAT, immigrate means to move into a country from somewhere else. Posey's sister immigrated to Ireland in 2004. So, immigrate versus immigrate. Immigrates means you are leaving your country, going to another country. You are leaving a country for and going to another country permanently. Immigrate means arriving in a country from another country. Arriving in a country from another country, you are arriving. Immigrate, leaving. Immigrate, arriving. So immigrate means EMIGRAT. Immigrate means to leave one's home, leaves one country to go and live in another country. My grandfather immigrated from Italy. EMIGRAT. Leave, leaving. IMMIGRAT. Immigrate means to come, come into another country to live permanently. My grandmother immigrated to the United States in the 1920s. Albert Einstein immigrated to the United States in the 1933. Means coming into another country to live permanently. And immigrates means you're leaving your country. Migrate means moving one place to another place. Migrate. So migrate means to move from one place to another place, often temporarily or seasonally. Migrating means movement in general sense and does not specify whether the movement is permanent or where it is going to or from. So for example used, birds migrate south in the winter. Many New Yorkers migrate to Florida for the winter. So movement is taking place, but it is not permanent. Immigrate means to leave one's country or reason to live in another country. So immigrate focuses on the act of leaving a place. She immigrated from Brazil last year. My grandfather immigrated from Italy. My parents immigrated from India about 10 years ago. And immigrates, I immigrate means moving to another country. To move into another country or reason to leave there permanently means coming to. So usually followed to or into to indicate the destination country. My grandparents immigrated to the United States in the 1920s. Albert Einstein immigrated to the United States in 1933. So these are the differences. Migrate means movement. No, there is no permanent movements. Immigrate means leaving, and immigrant means coming, entering. Immigrate entering a country, migrate moving, and immigrate leaving a country. Now, again, other confusing words are among and between. Among expresses a collective or loose relationship of several items. Chester found a letter hidden among the papers on the desk. Between expressing the relationship between two things. So, Posey spent all day carrying messages between Chester and the other students. Farther and further. Farther refers to a physical distance. Posey can run farther than Chester. Further means to metaphorical distance. I talk to you further. Further related with the distance, and further means metaphorical distance. Chester is farther away from finishing his project than Posey is. Now about the between and among, between used as a preposition, it means something in the middle or one that separates two things between. One to one. Alisa is sitting between Jane and Lavina. What is the difference between may and mights? And among is also used as a preposition, which is used to indicate something being a part of a group. Among. Among means being a part of group. When discussing about more than two people, we have to use among. When if we are discussing about two things, we have to use between. So among is non-specific in districts. We are not among those who smoke. Priya distributed the chocolates among her friends. So more than two people. These are the definition of betweens to imply space separation two things. It may also mean something between the two amounts, which is more than the first amount but less than the second amount. Her weight is between 60 and 65 kg. It also demarcate two different time periods or events. You should take the medicine between 2 and 3 p.m. It also means sharing among two person, places or things. There is a good relationship between the customer and the company. Between also used to express a choice. Abhinav has to make a choice between going for an outing or watching a movie. It is also used to connect or relates. The train runs between Delhi and Mumbai. Uses of among to mean something in the middle or surrounded by objects. There are some goats among the sheep. It also used to highlight something that is occurring in a group. Fog is popular among men. It is used being a part of a group or people. Among these, among other members of the board, she knows the managing director as well. Among is also used to represent a division or choice having three or more participants. Example sentences: Ajay's uncle divided the state among his daughters. So these are the uses and definition of among and between. Example sentences are given again. So you have to remember their differences. To understand, we use between while we are talking about two persons. Among is used when the number of person or anything are more than two, or we are talking about is more than two. So these again few example sentences are given. You pause the video and just practice all the example sentences. Now about the further and further, FARTHER, further and farther. So further is indicate a greater physical distance or extent in space or time, which is commonly used in as a distance that is greater in comparison to something else. So the example sentence is, the grocery store was much farther from their house than they had anticipated. So something which indicates a distance farther. Further means it indicates further it indicates Further, it indicates advancement, progress in a non-physical sense, which is commonly used to promote something, typically an idea or a cause or a reason. The investment into the matter revealed further evidence of misconduct. Example sentences expressing an idea or promoting something in advance, meaning to advance. So further is an actual physical distance, and further, FURTHER, further is an intellectual construct. This kitty is farther away than, means meaning is distance. Any further question? See what I did there. Any further questions? Teacher asks to the student. So farther versus further, he jumped 2 centimeters farther, means about distance. Next exit 9 miles, just 9 miles farther. So further, more physical distance, further everything else. Further, your education, further training is needed. Further again. So further means to physical or metaphorical distance is that is more distant than another point of reference. It is a great degree of advancement in space, time, or degree. Synonyms further is most distant, more remote, beyond. The village is farther north than the map indicates. FURTHER, further means more commonly used in abstract context, which is not real. When we have used in spoken English also, the term is more versatile, giving many meanings, and can refer to an extension of time or degree, as well as to additional or more of something. So synonyms are additional, more, extended, promote. See needed further explanation means more explanation to understand the complex topic. Next confusing words are flaunt or flout. Flaunt means to show off. Someone is showing off too much. Chester flaunted his stylish new outfit. Flout means to defy. Defy means to feel or so. Defy means to openly resist or refuse to obey something. You are not ready to obey something. So that means flout, defy. So you are in challenging way, you are not accepting something, disregarding rules, authority or expectation in a way that it shows scorn, lack of respect for somebody or something. Flout. Suppose he flouted the business casual dress code by wearing a tiara and flip flops. Posey flouted the business casual dress code by wearing a tiara and flip flops. Means not accepted. Gaff and gaff. Gaff is a type of spear or hook, means a stick with a hook or a barbed sprit for landing large fish. Chester completed example sentences. Chester completed his sailor costume with a gaff borrowed from his uncle's fishing boat. Now, next word is a gaff. Gaff is a fox pass, means something you say or do that is embarrassing or offends people or social misstep. GFFE, gaff. Posey made a gaff when she accidentally called Chester by the wrong name. Means fox pass. Social misstep, something which is embarrassing or offends people. GAFFE, gaff. GAFF, gaff means a stick with hook for landing large fish. Now, gray and gray. GRA, gray. GREY, gray. Grey is the standard American English spelling and Grey is the standard British English spelling. Next confusing words are historic and historical. Historic means famous, important, influential. Example sentences. Chester visited the beach in Kitty Hawk where the Wright brothers made their historic first airplane flight. Means something which is famous, important, influential. Historical means related to story. Posey donned a historical bonnet for the Renaissance fair. Renaissance fair. It is related to historical means history. Now, next confusing words are imply or infer. Imply means to hint at something without saying it directly. You are giving hint, but not saying it directly. Imply. Chester implied that Posey was in trouble, but he wouldn't tell her why. Imply means saying something but not directly, giving hint. Infer means to deduce something that has not been stated directly. Deduce means to form an opinion using the facts that you already know. So Posey inferred that Chester was nervous about something from the way he kept looking over his soldier. So infer means to form an opinion with the help of facts that you already know. Next confusing words are it's it apostrophe s is contraction of it is. Posey needs to pack for her trip because it's only 2 days away. So it's is a contraction of it is. Its is a possessive pronoun which means belonging to it. It means belonging to it. Chester is obsessed with both the book and its author. Its author means belonging to it. Next confusing words are lay and lie. To lay means to put or to place, to keep something. To lay, to put or to place. One way to remember this is that that there is an a in both to lay or to place. Posey, example sentences. Posey will lay out her outfit before she goes to bed. So put or to place, keeping it placed. Posey will lay out her outfit before she goes to bed. Means put her outfit before she goes to bed. Next word is to lie. To lie means to recline. Recline means image is also given about the recline, full recline. So sit or lie back in a relaxed and comfortable way. To lie. So there is an E in both to lie or to recline. Example sentences. Chester will lie down for a nap. Be careful though. So the past tense of to lay is laid. Posey laid out her outfit. Put out her outfit. Past tense of to lie is lay. Points should be noted. The past tense of to lay is laid, and the past tense of to lie is lay. Chester lay down for a nap over an hour ago. So to lie means to recline. Next confusing words are lead versus led. You can speak this lead also. Lead. So these are the lead. Lead, it rhymes with bed, refers to a type of metal. Lead. PB. Lead. PB. It rhymes with bed. Posey wore a lead apron while the dentist x-rayed her teeth. Lead is a past tense of verb to lead, which means to guide something or to be first. Led. Chester led the way. So led and late both are homophones. Now learnt. Learned. Learned is a standard in American English. Learnt is a standard in British English. Next confusing words are loose versus loose, which we have seen already. Loose is usually an adjective and loose is always a verb. It means to misplace something or to be unvictorious or to be failure in a game or contest. Next confusing words are inquiry, inquiry. Inquiry, inquiry both mean a request for information. Inquiry is a standard American English spelling. Inquiry is the British spelling. Next confusing words are then versus then. Then is used for comparison. Posey runs faster than Chester. Then is used to indicate time or sequence. Posey took off running and then Chester came along and finished her breakfast. So then means to indicate time or sequence and then for comparison. Whose versus whose. WHO whose apostrophe S is a contraction of who is. So who is calling Chester at this hour? Whose. Whose is a possessive pronouns means belonging to someone, something. Chester, whose phone had not stopped ringing all morning, barely ate anything for breakfast because he woke up late. So Chester, whose phone had not stopped ringing all morning, barely ate anything for breakfast. Inquiry, 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 asking a question, inquiry, a formal investigation. In means comes from Latin, in prefix comes from French. Inquire, inquire to ask a question, mainly British uses. Inquire, inquire to investigates in American spelling. So the manager decided to conduct an inquiry into the case. Next example is sentences. The manager decided to conduct an inquiry into the case. So these two do not have any differences. The American tend to use inquiry. American use inquiry, whereas British speaker use inquiry, inquiry about formal examination. Inquiry, meaning are same almost. American use inquiry. British use inquiry. So now about the inquiry and research. Inquire and research. Inquire means to encourage the exploration of question, emphasize the process of discovery that can be broad and expensive quickly, allows student to gain soft skills such as cooperation in with the help of inquiry. The inquiry based learning also, according to NEP 2020, it helps a student to gain soft skills such as cooperation, group discussion, self reflection, problem solving. So these are the inquiry based learning. Research means it encourages adherence to a formal processes. It gives support to a formal process. It means it emphasizes efficiency and focus. Research means to focusing something. It remain focused and precise. It allows a student to gain skills such as organization, communication, and attention to detail. So inquiry is creative, critical, reflective thought. It builds on a solid foundation of accessible, well-learned knowledge, skills, and conceptual understanding. It invites learner to take action on their learning and ask what if. Inquiry versus inquiry. So British English inquiry, ENQURRY. So the nouns inquiry can mean question, inquest, investigation. They can be used interchangeably. So British use inquiry, query, and American use query. So same inquiry versus inquiry. British uses inquiry is used to investigation. American uses inquiry, which is used so widely used inquiry than inquiry. So example sentences are given. They for in British examples, they have passed the inquiry over to the police. American example, the inquiry was critical of our work. So pause the video and just read all the example sentences. So inquiry versus inquiry. So inquiry investigating or inquiry enabling. Interesting, inspiring, in-depth question that are worth asking. Inquiry, what do I need to know, do, learn, practice, develop, create, connect, or test to be able to achieve this mission. Inquiry enabling, entry level, googleable, finite, question that are already answered. What can I do with this next? Next confusing words are there, they are. There is a possessive form of they. Chester and Post took their time. THERE there indicates a place. It took them an hour to get there. They are in a contraction of they are. So are Chester and Posey coming? They are almost here. So their possessive form of they, THERE there indicates a place. They apostrophe are, they are means contraction of they are. TO2 by TWO2. For this, I have already made the video. Kindly watch that video. TO2 is a preposition that indicate direction. TO is also used as an infinitive. And TWO2 is used as an intensifier, as an adverb, or also mean also. So TO2 as a preposition to indicate direction. Example sentences given. Posey walked to school. TO2 as an infinitive in the form of verbs. Chester waited until the last minute to do his homework. To do, to plus base verb do. TWO2 as an intensifier also mean also used as an adverb. Posey waited too long to do her homework too. Next, confusing words are towards or towards. Toward is a standard in American English and towards is standard in British English. Next, confusing words are advise, advise. Advise, CE is a noun. Chester gave Posey good advice. Advice, ADVISE, advice, which is used as a verb. Chester advised Posey to avoid the questionable chicken salad. Next confusing words are disinterested, uninterested. Disinterested means impartial. Example sentences: a panel of disinterested judges who had never met the contestants before judged the singing contest. Uninterested means bored, monotonous, or not wanting to be involved with something. Posey was uninterested in attending Chester's singing class. Defense versus defense, CE and SE. SE, defense, is a standard in American English. Defense, CE, is found mainly in British English. So advise, advise, CE, advice. Advice is a noun that refers to guidance or recommendation offered with regard to prudent future action. Advice is what you give or receive when someone suggests what you should do. Means advice means you give or receive or to get when someone suggesting you what you should do. Based on someone's suggestion, you give or receive. Synonyms: counsel, recommendation, guidance. So advice, CE, synonyms are counsel, counseling someone, recommendation, guiding someone. So example is sentence: we should heed the advice of experts when planning for the future. Advice, the advice on the other hand is a verb that means to offer suggestion about the best course of action to someone, to giving suggestion to someone, what to do, not to do. So it is the action of giving advice. It is a verb. Advice is a verb, which means it is something you do. So advise. Advise me synonym is recommend, suggest, instruct, guide. Advise, SE. Synonyms are suggestion, instruction, guidance, recommendation also. So example sentence is the doctor advised him, means suggested him to get plenty of rest. So here in this sentence, doctor sentence, when you're using, you have to use advised, SE, means suggestion. Advice versus advice. Cham, I need your advice on my outfit. I advise you to change it immediately. Advise. So advice is a noun pronounced like advice. Think of mice. Advice. meaning recommendation, suggestion, or opinion. Means here, Tom, that girl is asking, I need your suggestion on my outfit. Advice, suggestion, opinion. I advise you to change it immediately. Then another girl is responding, I advise you to change it immediately. Advise you. So here, advise as a verb, advise, realize, za. So meaning the act of giving advice, suggestion to someone, to warn or to counsel someone. So advice means suggestion, advice, instruction, guidance. So advice versus advice. Advice means to offer guidance, recommendation, or consolation to someone. When you're giving guidance, opinions, I advise caution when dealing with unfamiliar online vendors. Advice means a guidance offer to assist, to help in decision making. When advice, I appreciate your advice on managing stress in the workplace. So, advice is a verb signifying this act of offering guidance, giving guidance, recommendation, or counseling to someone. It involves providing insights or suggestion to help in decision making or problem solving. Advice. Advice is a noun referring to a guidance, recommendation, or opinion offered to someone regarding a particular course of action or decision. So it gives wisdom or suggestion given to help others in navigating facing challenges or making informed choices. So advice, use advice when describing the act of giving guidance or opinions to if you're giving advice to someone. If it is frequently used in professional settings such as consulting, counseling, or legal context. Advice is when referring to a opinion, guidance received or given. It is common in context of thanking someone or for seeking guidance, for taking guidance from others. So advice versus advice, advice C and advice S. Ja, advice. So does a doctor advise or advise? A doctor advises. Example, the doctor advises patient on healthy lifestyle choices, means suggested. Is it thank you for your advice or advise? Thank you for your advice. Use advice because it is a noun expressing gratitude for suggestion or recommendation received. Is it I need advice or I need advice? I need advice. Use advice as a noun to express the need for suggestion or recommendation. So advice act as a noun. It has several meaning defining opinion, suggestion. In a formal note, advice, it has two definitions: to recommend, to give advice, inform or notify someone, pronounced with an ending za. So these are the where to use advice and advise. So advise as a noun for suggestion, recommendation. Advise as a verb when giving guidance or recommendation to someone. Can you please advise or advise me? So here the word advise is the correct verb. Advise, advise. Can you please advise me? Means give me suggestion on which route to take. So you have to use advise. So advise, I strongly advise again it's. She advised him to study harder. The doctor advised rest and fluids. Advice, he advised to read more books. The lawyer's advice helped me. She ignored her friend's advice. So advice, VICE is used for suggestion or recommendation. And SE is mostly used for giving guidance to someone. Guidance, advice, SE, guidance, SE, guide, SE. So few practice questions are given, try to solve it by own. If you found this video helpful, kindly like, share and subscribe and see you in the next series. Stay consistent. Best of luck for your forthcoming